Hello to my beautiful panning family! Thanks for joining me today for this Pan That Palette update. I hope you are enjoying your first day of summer. I know I am, trying to stay cool. We've been having a heat wave here and it has been in the high 90s to 100s outside and it has just been so unbearably hot. So here I am with my 6-month update of my Pan That Palette challenge. I am panning the Naked palette this year. If this is your first time joining me, I'm planning on hitting pan on every one of these shades, not necessarily finish it up, and I started my journey in December of 2016. And the reason why I did that is because due to my job, I cannot wear makeup every day, and so I thought I would give myself a little bit of a head start. So I'll just show you where I was last month. All right, and let's see where I am today. I have expanded the pan on most of the shades, and I did hit some pan in Virgin. I know it's kind of hard to see because there we go. You can kind of see the glimmer of light there. And so I'm pretty excited with this progress. Let me flip you around so you can appreciate the dips and the progress that I've had so far. Last month I had mentioned that I wanted to work on Gunmetal, this one, and Dark Horse because they are the darker shades in the palette. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to use. And I have been using them on most days. I want to say for the end of May up until June I was using Gunmetal, and basically from the beginning of June until now I've been using Dark Horse mostly. And I have found actually a pretty flattering way to use Dark Horse, what I've been doing, and this is how I actually hit pan on Virgin. And I think it's kind of funny how I have pan mostly, you know, in the middle of the shadows, and for some reason Virgin is down here in this corner. And how I hit pan on Virgin was by setting my primer with it. And then I was taking Dark Horse and I was really lightly layering that on top of Virgin, and it came out not as dark, actually quite flattering. Not all over the lid, but I put it maybe on the outer half of the lid, and then I put Sin on the inner corner, and then I put Half Baked just in the center of the lid, and I think that turned out beautifully. So I actually wore my makeup that way a couple of days. And today I'm actually wearing Gunmetal. I don't know if you can tell just because the lighting in this room might be washing out my makeup a little bit. Like, can you even tell I'm wearing a turquoise eyeliner? I don't know. But I'm kind of testing out Gunmetal in the same manner, is by layering it over Virgin just to lighten it up a little bit, to make it look a little bit more natural and not as intense. Now, okay, now I have a story about Buck. I have been using this every day in my crease since I finished Hazelnut, and I think I mentioned that in my last update. No, maybe 2 updates ago, maybe in the April update, I finished Hazelnut, and that was a matte shadow that I had been working on for almost a year. And so I wasn't really touching Buck for the first, I want to say, 5 months of this project. And since then, I have been using it every day, and it is very tightly packed in there. You can hardly tell that I've been using it, but I am using it, so I want to say that even might take till the end of the year to even get pan on that one as well. For the summertime, I am going to continue probably working on these warmer tones in here. I just think they're a lot of fun to wear in the summer. I love wearing Half Baked in the summertime. That just makes me feel like a bronzed goddess, and who doesn't want to feel like that, right? So you'll probably be seeing a lot more pan in Half Baked, and I'm gonna really try to dig my heels into Dark Horse so we can see how much pan I get on that by the end of the month. And I wanted to share something with you guys. I don't think I've shown this on my channel, but I was working on this bronzer. This is a Too Faced compact that I purchased back in December 2010. It was a holiday collection that Too Faced had put out. It was a duo of Sun Bunny bronzer and a Papa Don't peach blush. It's 9 grams total, so each one is 4.5 grams. And before I started putting videos on YouTube, I decided that I wanted to pan the bronzer in here. And I had been using it, I want to say, since maybe August or so of 2015, and I wanted to see how long it would take me to finish it up. And even though I haven't been showing updates, I know you all are pan junkies and you just love seeing pan, so I just want to show you that I finally finished this Sun Bunny bronzer, and it took me almost 2 years to complete. Not wearing makeup every day, but every time I put on makeup, I would put this on. Now, I really do like the look of bronzer. Prior to this project, I never really put on bronzer. It was not part of my makeup routine, but now that I have been using it, I really do enjoy it, and it is something that I will continue to use in my makeup routine. The Sun Bunny bronzer, though, I will not be repurchasing it. It was a little too warm for me. And you know, I mean, it was pretty, but it was just a little too warm. So now I am working on panning another Too Faced bronzer. Let me go get that just so you guys can see. I'll be right back. Okay, so the bronzer that I am going to be working on next is coming from a Too Faced Enchanted Glamourland palette. This was a holiday palette that also came out in 2010, and I've barely used this thing. I just really liked the packaging, and that's why I bought it. So if you haven't seen this before, I mean, it is gorgeous. But anyway, there's a bronzer in here, and I believe this is also the Sun Bunny bronzer. So it's 4 grams in there. It's a little bit reflective, and so when I put it on my face, it really gives a beautiful glow if you just swirl your brush in and then outline the perimeter of your face and a little bit, you know, into your cheekbones. I really have been enjoying it so far. I've only been using it for less than a week, I want to say, so that's probably going to take me another 2 years to complete. This is not something that I will be showing in my other Pan That Palette updates. It was just something I wanted to show you guys because I was so excited that I finished a bronzer, and this is the first one that I finished and probably the last one for a while. Anyway, thanks so much again for joining me to see where I am with my Naked palette. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.